Hi everybody, I'm Bruno Akelinas. You may remember me from such great films as Risky Business, Red Heat, Class, Mysterious Skin, Fluff and Fold, and Rana, the Legend of Shadow Lake, where I get eaten by a giant frog. Well, I just finished shooting a video for the Cozen Institute, where I play Dr. Cozen, the head of the Institute. And in it, I encourage dishonesty, I justify deception, I promote cheating, lying, and misleading. All the things that have made this country great. Well, actually, we hope that this satirical and humorous video will help promote a very real and serious book called How We Lie, Deceive, and Mislead to Succeed, and Why We Feel Compelled to Do So. And quite frankly, this is one of the best books that I've ever read. And I'll tell you more about the book in just a minute. But first, I want to get back to the video. Now, most of the video is already done, and I'll show you a few clips in a minute. We need your support for the music tracks, archival video clips, clips from feature films, and interviews that'll be edited into the existing video. The finished piece will then be available as a DVD, but more importantly, it'll become the basis for an ongoing web series, which you'll help get started. And that'll include interviews, dramatizations, conversations, and hidden camera videos showing how deception and self-deception work in our everyday world. It's going to be very interesting, to say the least. But now, here are a few clips from the video, and you'll notice that I appear in shadow. Originally, the content seemed so controversial that I didn't want to be identified. Silly me, because here I am! Deception and lying are an inherent part of human nature. They are the result of millions of years of evolution that conferred a selective advantage upon those individuals who utilized deception. In light of all this, it's simply amazing how shocked, insulted, and offended people get when someone lies to them or calls them a liar. The intensity of their outrage is simply a measure of their own level of self-deception. And what's the result of all this deception and falsehood? People just stop caring and become resigned. Sure, a small minority of alienated troublemakers continue to complain, but that's all they can do because they have no power. And the people with the power are smart enough to know that being part of the problem is the only solution. Now, when you've mastered my course up to this point, you're ready for the big leagues. But before you go off and start any wars, you'll need to read Chapter 13, Formulating and Telling the Big Lie.
That sounds awful.
Oh, it is, Tim. I wouldn't recommend this chapter to just anyone. You have to be a borderline sociopath or a world leader.
Okay, maybe we can get away with lying. Maybe God isn't going to smite us or send us to hell for lying. But that doesn't mean that it's right. And what about science? Isn't science about searching for and finding the truth? Isn't there some higher value in that?
Not according to religion. And anyway, science doesn't seek the truth. It seeks probabilities. It tells us what's probable, not what is true. Determining ultimate truth is impossible. Even with the most sophisticated instruments, science can't know the truth. And in quantum physics, when scientists observe something, they actually change it. They change it simply by looking at it. Now, if that's true, how can we ever know the truth, let alone tell the truth? The only way to know the truth about truth, Tim, is to read Chapter 6, The Myth of Truth. Okay, now I want to talk about the web series which you'll help create. Both the video and the book say that humans and all other life forms are inherently deceptive. But the book concludes that we have to use our self-awareness and our moral compass to limit our deceptive behavior so it won't overwhelm us and become socially destructive. But I gotta tell you, since playing the character of Dr. Cozen in this video, my eyes have been opened about some things. And I've made an agreement with the Cozen Institute to let me use the web series to show that they might be wrong. that consciously limiting our deceptive behavior will only reduce our chances of success and may even be bad for society, because it's a world where everyone and everything pushes deception to the limit. Now, I know what I just said is not politically correct, but unfortunately, I think it's true. And I think the Cozen Institute, who's really just an old friend who doesn't want to appear in this video at this point, is a victim of self-deception in this matter. He's simply afraid to admit that the so-called satirical video is actually dead on and depicts how things really are. So, with your help, we're going to go out into the world with cameras and recording devices and find out who's right. I think this will be a good-hearted battle between me and the Cozen Institute. And with your help, I'm looking forward to how it comes out.